Oh, hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk.
Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am Jedi Master Grayson, your host, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How y'all doing out there in the world? It's all about y'all out there. This applause is for y'all. It's not for me.
About y'all. I am tip-top, having the best day of my life. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight. We are going to be talking Invincible Season 4, and as always, we're going to be talking shit. But shit talking is always better with friends. And he is, is he a clone? Is he a variant? Who's to say? Probably only him. Producer T, what is going on?
Yeah, there we go. What up?
What up, man?
I just want everybody to know Producer T's not even my real name. I don't know. It's what I do. And what I do is I produce things, and that includes bringing on guests to this show. I'm good at it. But I could be so much more.
What a great segue, because tonight we have a very special guest. He is a designer who's worked with the likes of the prestigious Industrial Light and Magic, and he is on the animation department of the show we're covering today. Yoshivu, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
What up, though?
Dude, so excited to have you on the show, man. Thanks for taking time to chat with us.
Absolutely. Design department, by the way, not animation department.
Oh, sorry. Design department. IMDb lied to me.
It's all good. Also, before we start, if I could just say, I'm not representing Invincible or Skybound in any way. I'm just just trying to cover my face here. It's a guy who happened to work on the show.
It would be so cool if we got a cease and desist from them, though, but we're not at that. It'd be cool for us if we could actually get in trouble for something like that. We wish. It's always good to just say
I'd like
it.
to keep working, though,
Just say it.
And he's basically family, but y'all just hate him because he's light-skinned. Oliver Grayson, what's going on, bruh?
How's it going? Good to see everyone.
Tip-top, man. Always happy.
What's happening?
Always happy to have you on the show, man.
It's damn right you are.
Feels like it's been a while. Miss you, bud.
Correct.
Oh, Jeff. Everybody's been missing Jeff. How's it going?
Good. We got Invincible back. I'm having a good time.
Right. The world is just better when there's fresh Invincible to binge.
Good stuff to watch.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood that doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, you would enjoy our monthly series, Does It Hold Up? Where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Banthas channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Yes, that's right. Check out new episodes. Does It Hold Up? We've got another one coming out this month. I've been taking my time. There's so much shit to do. But keep your ear to the ground. That episode will be dropping this week.
Maybe.
It should be me, but I can't call it. But let's get into the nitty and the gritty. Yoshi, I'm curious. You want to just talk a little bit about your journey as a designer and what brought you to the Invincible team?
To be honest, I hadn't heard of the show before. I didn't know much about it. I was working at Lucasfilm at the time. A friend of mine told me to check out the show. He told me you should watch the first episode, just watch it to the end and decide then. I did. And I loved it so much that I binged it until 4 a.m. I watched the whole first season. And I think that's when I knew where I wanted to go. And I had to talk to my studio and tell them, no, I have interests elsewhere. Yeah. And so I reached out, and thankfully I had people who knew people who worked on the Invincible team, and was able to get a phone call and talk to them and join the team.
Fuck yeah! So what season was that that you joined?
Season 2.
Okay.
So my first episode was the Adam Eve special.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, wonderful episode. I'm kind of curious, and this is just like a nerdy question for me. And you as a designer, I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you have like a favorite character design out of all the other characters on the show? Because there's some really awesome costumes.
Machine Head?
Hands down, Machine Head.
Oh, you know time to answer that one. Yeah, what is it about Machine Head that's like intriguing to you?
I love the design. I don't know what it is. And then when I got assigned to basically update his sheeting, because if you look at season 1, he's, it's a little inconsistent from scene to scene. So I was tasked with basically making it more consistent. And I don't know what it is about that process, but it made me like him even more. I'm like, oh man, I just love this like face, this helmet or this head, whatever you want to call it. Like I love the design. It's like I don't know why do you like what your favorite thing is? I have no idea. I love
his serotonin. The serotonin
just
exactly
unlocks it. Yeah.
And it's also his ridiculous attitude and everything. Like the world's falling apart. And he's like, hey, it's chill, man. It's fine.
It reminds me a lot of Ewan McGregor's take on Black Mask and Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a similar vibe, yeah, for sure. And I love that character. He's super funny. And that design of the and it's funny that you say that about the helmet inconsistencies, because I definitely noticed that.
The helm head.
I think that's a face, bud. I don't think that's a helmet.
Well, yeah.
Depending on how you want to look at it.
I noticed that like
his bush.
It definitely got a lot more consistent with the lines and stuff in later seasons. So props to you, man. Noticeable work.
Fifth Banthas said, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Simulation Presents. He said, what up, y'all? Shout out to Fifth Bantha. He says, Machine Head is the Joker of Invincible. He's a blast. Thanks for fixing him.
He's got some Joker vibes for sure. I'll give him that. I would say he's more Black Mask coded.
Yeah, he's a bit more stable.
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Bit more stable than
he needs a therapist, but he's more stable than the Joker.
Right. Yeah. Black Mask. Yeah, Black Mask is a good because he's got face issues.
That acne going on. Yeah.
They all need therapists, but outside of those guys can get by. They can hide amongst society.
I mean, if you have a metal head face machine thing, don't you need to be a criminal? Like, is there another form of occupation that you can have?
Superhero.
A very specific type of actor.
I mean, you could be
all Terminator movies,
like Robot or something.
It's the Doorman episode of Wonder Man all over again. But
you're doorman.
Now there've been it's been reported a lot, how much like the how long it takes Invincible to produce a season. Not saying like there's a lot of work that goes into the show basically. And I've noticed that, or I've heard from other animators say that they use certain kind of tricks to decrease the pencil mileage to be able to produce things faster. Do you feel like this is a really tough show to try to pump out year by year?
I think that's actually one of the reasons myself and a few other artists with a similar skill set were brought in, is because I come from a generalist background at Lucasfilm. So I use a more 3D approach. So I was tasked with a lot of vehicles, like i.e. the ships. A lot of the ships are my models. I didn't design all of them, but so that way I can do it once, and I set up like a cell shader, and I try to figure out how to match the style as closely as possible. I mean, they're still going to get drawn over. It just I don't want people to assume that I just click a button and that's what you see on the screen. A lot of the artists work really hard to blend all the styles together, the background painters and all that. But yeah,
right.
Viltrumite warship, the cruiser.
The
I modeled that so they can use that from multiple angles, and it saves a lot of time. You know, you don't have to redrawing it per se.
Right on. We saw a lot of those bad boys that second episode. Like just starting off, you see the first one. I'm kind of I was thinking it was Thrag and Crew showing, and then like the very next scene, you see like dozens upon dozens of them. I'm like, oh, this is Planet Viltrum before.
I was stoked. I was like, wait,
they're looking
my
fierce.
model?
well, even in the third episode, I forget the name of the race that ages like crazy, but I mean, literally an entire barrage. Thank you. Yeah, an entire barrage of their vehicles coming in too.
Yeah, so their troop carrier, that like first thing that comes through, that's one of the few, like one of the, I don't want to say few, one of the original designs I got to do that isn't in the comics.
Nice.
I came up with a few. I think I came up with 3 or 4 variations. There was one, I don't want to say too much, but there was one I really liked and I was really pushing for it. And they're like, well, that one would be, we did it the way you wanted. That's like, it's a little more complex. It's a little more, expensive. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But cool. No, but, but when I finally saw it for the first time coming through the portal, I was like, that's fine. Like,
that's my child. I raised him.
Yeah, and then it just kept there. More and more of them just kept showing up. Oh my god, that's what's up. They really like my stuff.
Pretty intense scene too. Yeah, because I've been waiting on them to return.
Oh, I had a feeling. I was like,
I modeled the Meg suit too.
Oh, nice. The ones that were taking on Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think those are pretty much straight out of the comics, though.
Is it bad that I always think when I hear flaxens, I think flaxseed.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
Okay, it's not just me. Okay, cool. I was never gonna tell anyone that, and now you guys are
like, for example, Viltrumites. Did you ever think about where that name comes from?
I think termites, but that's not.
What is the name for your upper lip, where your mustache goes? It's a philtrum.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm not saying that's where it came from.
This nigga got some $1 million words, don't he?
I remember reading Animorphs back in the day and how she came up with like the rank titles for the Visser and things like that. It's just always so interesting how people come up with those.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy that you even brought up Animorphs because I've been audio booking Animorphs for
Wait.
When we get up, I was like, you have to let me know which site because I cannot find them.
Audible. It's on Audible.
Later.
So what the fuck am I still doing here? Yeah, it's funny hearing you say that, talking about the designs, Yoshi, because I think some people don't think about the collaborative nature of putting together a show like this. Like there's so many different jobs that people have to do very exceptionally well and pretty fast for a show like this to come together once a year.
Yeah, I think one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is some designs, although they look like they're just translatable to like a 3D space, they're really not, and it requires a lot of finagling, because it's a comic book. Not everything's consistent from frame to frame. So if you look at like the Viltrumite Cruiser, it's drawn a little differently, sometimes from issue to issue, sometimes within the same issue. So I have to sit down and like, okay, what's the middle ground here? What are comic fans not going to rip my head off for?
Yeah.
Well, luckily, we're a very forgiving and understanding group.
I've worked on, let's just say I've worked on Marvel stuff, and it's not all forgiving,
Yeah.
like within 2 minutes of the episode of like a Marvel show I worked on airs, and it's like on Reddit, like, did you guys see this mistake? Like, geez, come on, man. Like,
his shoe was clearly a size 8 when it's supposed to be a size 8.5.
It's stuff like, in the Hawkeye show, when he kicks the guy off the roof, the A hadn't fallen yet, but in the movie, it had something like that. I don't remember the specific details, but
Reddit is undefeated.
But it's amazing that they don't catch all my homages. I don't want to call them Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah,
it makes me happy and sad.
You never hear the positive. You just hear all the negative all the time. Oh, but I'm curious because the way you were speaking, had you watched? I mean, have you read any of the comic before working?
Before working on the show, no. I'd only watched season 1 when I jumped onto season 2, and I tried to start reading the comics. I'm all caught up now, but
right.
I tried to start reading the comics, but it became an issue because I'm trying to follow the script at the same time that I'm following the comics, and then things are moved around in the show from the comics, and I started getting confused. Like literally at meetings, I'm like, okay, so what do we do? Blah 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 blah. And they're like, that hasn't happened yet. And I'm like, oh wait.
It happened in the book.
Well, like your friend said, just watch all the way through the end of episode 1. That's issue 5.
Yeah.
Like, there's a huge difference in the timeline.
Yeah. I think that the show definitely is stronger for it. Like them having a second bite of the apple, so to speak, being able to tell the story in a more succinct way.
Director's cut.
Yeah, trimming the fat a little bit and also adding new stuff. Like, is that sort of an exciting or nerve-wracking experience working on something that's so beloved and adding new things to it?
With this, I'm okay with it. It's the it's the original creator, the original writer, the original artists are involved. It is the team. It's not exactly it's not a different team. It's their vision that they refine. That it's Robert Kirkman's vision that he's refining, and to me, it's a little different than, for example, like the original Star Wars trilogy versus the special edition, because in my mind, those worked because of the collaboration, and they didn't have the same exact people for the special editions. It was basically one man leading the charge.
Yeah.
And what worked about it, in my opinion, of course, was the collaboration. It was, such and such directed, but such and such made script revisions and blah, 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 And here you have, Robert Kirkman, you have Ryan Otley and Corey Walker again. So it's like the whole team's there,
Mom and Dad got back together, guys.
Yeah, Luke, Han, and Leia there.
We don't want to hold you up for too long, but I do want to just quickly.
if you want to hang out while we talk about these episodes.
I got some time. There's no crying yet.
Before we get into the episode, like without spoiling anything, how does the show end? No, I'm kidding.
It ends with credits.
Oh, well done.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's gonna be my answer from now on. If you guys give me such and such, I'll tell you the ending. I'll tell you what happens at the end. Very last episode.
That's
I don't know what this is. What's this say?
Watch
Dundar.
Shout out to Marvel 37530. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Dundar.
All right, well, let's get a virus on my phone.
Speaking of terrible things happening.
Also, I want to just get to this other one because there's some. They said Magna Attack was wild. Seemed like
like a Magneto Gambit type
He-Man villain.
Yeah, I actually did like that character a lot too. It did feel like sort of Magneto Gambit fusion.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me. It's funny you guys said He-Man because he kind of reminded me of like a Ninja Turtles villain. Like who?
I was just gonna say Shredder. He looked like Shredder to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here for Dimension X.
Dundar, by the way, seems to be an Indian action film.
Oh,
okay.
Oh wait, that does sound familiar.
Came out 2025.
Like RRR.
Oh, that
maybe.
Isn't it?
those kind of vibes. Because if it's got
If
those
it's that kind of vibes, it's our kind of vibes.
I'll watch it.
A mysterious traveler slips into the heart of Karachi's underbelly and rises through its ranks with lethal precision, only to tear the notorious ISI underworld nexus apart from within.
In a world ruled by fear.
Yeah, that's all that description was missing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into episode 1, season 4 of Mark, Oliver, and Eve continue stopping threats while dealing with the physical and mental aftermath of Angstrom and Conquest. We did get a very somber needle drop at the beginning of this episode where we see that Mark is still going through it, hasn't fully healed emotionally or physically. And just initial thoughts on the intro to this episode.
Lots of dead bodies in space. What do you do with all that?
Yeah.
Where's all that go?
Do you have to clean that up?
That was the first thing. I was like, who?
I think that was the next episode. Episode 1 is just what we've come to see as traditional now. We got a real lilting song that's like, hey, I remember this. This doesn't feel like it should be for a cartoon.
Yeah, no, but the very first little scene, they start out in space, and it's just like,
oh, I'm sorry, you're right. I was thinking about the Ultramites.
Debris everywhere. You can see a couple bodies hanging out.
I pull back my previous statement.
Shout out to Laura. What's up? I'm just sorry. I'm gonna constantly be going back and forth to this chat, Yoshi. Sorry, going back and forth
as you should.
It's the fans, guys.
Cecil appoints Britt as leader of the Guardians and brings the team back. I was a big fan of Britt in the comics.
I like Britt. Yeah, Britt. Have they made a solo of Britt yet?
I don't think so. I think that they had like a Guardians comic run where he was in it, but I don't think that.
I don't know why he wasn't.
Because like Tech Jacket got their own book.
That seems.
So like some of them get their own stories. I was like, damn, did they ever do one for Britt yet? Because
I think Alex is right. I think Britt was just in the Guardians book.
And who?
Anybody know why
Blind Tiger? That title, I hate that one. The Blind Tiger person, I hate him. He got his own book.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's like Daredevil. But yeah, it was really cool. All the characters that aren't invincible continue to be very, very interesting. We might even get a Tech Jacket show at some point. I would not be mad at that spinoff. Because we get a little tease of him. And we also get a tease of a character that's going to be very important this season. And I'm curious what you guys think of Dinosaurus.
Dinosaurus. Jeff, what did you think of Dinosaurus?
He just seems like a real sweet guy, real family man. No, I'm excited. I mean, he's a fun character. I mean, as we saw, he's one of the rare ones that can actually hurt Invincible. And it's fun because we're at a point where it's not so much that there's like so few people that can hurt Invincible, but now Invincible is getting to a point where he will stop them. So having a character that can hurt him comes out in such interesting ways because now it's pulling more on Mark's morals than it is on like, will he live? You know?
Right. Yeah. And I thought that when I read this character in the comics, I thought it was going to be a one and done kind of character, but he ends up being pretty important. Not ruin anything.
I mean, everybody here in this box knows. Well, not like our box, everybody's box. So excuse me, I don't mean to talk about y'all's boxes, but.
I am going to HR right after this episode.
Everybody here is pretty much up on the spoilers for the comic books.
We know what Dinosaurus did.
Yeah, we know what Dinosaurus did. But
and you know what? I want to say something controversial. I want to say something cancelable. Knowing what Dinosaurus did, and when everyone else finds out what he did, Dinosaurus did nothing wrong.
I just want us to capture that and have that as a callback when we get to that.
Yeah, for anything, actually.
I love Mark's
every
interaction.
From the future, I want y'all to go back to that and remember that I believe Dinosaurus did nothing wrong.
Yoshi, what were you about to say about Mark's interaction?
I love the writing on the show, like how natural it feels. Like Mark, you remember he's still human and basically really young because he's chasing. Like this guy turns into like a dinosaur or something. Like,
not just still human, he's still a child. He's not even 25. The human part of his brain hasn't finished developing yet.
Right. I think they say he's 20.
Yeah, they say he's not.
He's like 20.
Cecil says he's a nuclear bomb.
He can't even drink yet.
Can't drink yet.
Oh, that's right. They said he can't even drink yet.
Isn't it a shame? You can go to war and fight for your country, but you can't even drink a fucking shot of tequila.
Fun and educational. Tensions rise during a difficult dinner with Eve and her parents. Her dad continues to be a piece of shit. But meanwhile, another invasion and Universa arrives on Earth, draining energy from a power plant to save her people.
Dude,
when you meet Omni-Man's parents from the Viltrumites,
man.
And Adam Eve's dad is still the worst parent, it says a lot.
Seriously, say that this man would not be talking to me like that. Like when he took me to have that cigar, I would have been like, "So, would you like to see how high I can fly? Let's go to your garage." And like we're in the garage, and like he hands me a shovel, and I just snap that hole and be like, "Oops." I casually drop something underneath the car and just pick that bitch up and then drop it and be like, "Oops."
See, I would have gone petty.
Brightburn.
Yeah, but I mean,
I would have just gone. I would have gone petty, super speed, keep putting this fucking cigar out.
Well, see, y'all are just gonna lose all of the pussy because Eve is not. Eve loves her stepdad for some.
And by putting out the cigar, I'm making sure he lives longer. It's a win-win.
And I'm not gonna do it in front of her, and I'm definitely just gonna scare him enough to bear like, "Don't you tell Eve? Don't you tell her?
I'm not gonna do it in front of her."
It's like, yo, my grandma tried to kill my dad, and you're still the worst person I've ever met.
Right?
My dad put me face first through a train, and you still suck more than him.
I've forgiven my dad, and he beat the shit out of me. He made me explode people with my face, and you still suck, bro.
He literally met all of the worst versions of himself across the multiverse, right? And still, this man is the worst person that is in the entire series.
Well, I mean, unsurprisingly, he is ginger.
Oof.
Ooh, man, damn, Ginger's taking the shot.
Yeah, what's up? I'll say the hard truths.
One of the things that the show really nails that the comic book pulls off very well is how unrelenting things are for Mark. Because like within a day, he's coming out of space from some battle. We don't even know what the fuck was going on there. And then he has to save the world 2 more times from Dinosaurus and a second invasion.
It's Tuesday.
And everybody still distrusts him.
Yeah. Well, that's the Spider-Man. See, like I love how he's a lot. He's not one comic book character you can point to for reference. Like he is like just a big ass Deadpool of you like that of different characters. Like Spider-Man definitely always got to deal with the fact that everybody hates him.
Well, that was one of the funniest parts in the comics.
And then his life always never has a beat where he can just chill. It's kind of very similar. I don't know.
Yeah, very much so. Like I get Peter Parker and Clark Kent vibes from Mark.
Well, and that was one of the funniest.
People relate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that was one of the funniest parts of the comics is when he keeps getting portaled to different worlds, and you don't see them, but because they're like out of the panel. But he's clearly talking to Spider-Man. He's clearly talking to Batman. Yeah. It's just that was such a funny way of doing that. That was one of my favorite issues that they had.
That was.
I am bummed they didn't have the Batman.
Yeah,
because I was like, dude, let me do that voice, please. Like, I'll never be the real Batman, but I can be the bootleg one.
They're sitting there like, well, I don't know. Can you do his voice? And Yoshi's just sitting there like, yo.
Well, I don't know if you know the story, but there was a gentleman. I don't want to put his name out there because I don't know what the rules of this are.
Ron Jeremy.
Very important. Yes, sure, why not? But then there was a very important gentleman in the voice acting world who was a very prominent voice actor. In addition to being in charge of casting and all that, he had approached me. Yeah, he voices everything. But he had approached me at a convention out of nowhere and just walked up. He's like, "Dude, you have an awesome voice." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Been working on it all my life. Thanks.
Yeah, right. I practice every day. Yeah, he gave me his card. It turned out he was like super legit, and he was telling me, "Man, one of make you Batman Ninja. I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Like, get my hopes all up because I didn't even audition. It was just you came to me. So now my hopes are all up. And then, obviously it didn't happen, but I was like telling all my friends, if I would have voiced Batman, I would have just quit voice acting forever after that. Yeah, you did voice? Yeah, what'd you do?
Yeah.
No, you can never beat that.
What's the rest of your credits? No.
Yeah, no.
If you have to ask, you're not a real Batman fan.
Well, evidently, in Homecoming, Keaton kept messing with Tom Holland by just every once in a while just leaning over in the downtime, just being like, "I'm Batman," and just like in between takes to fuck with him.
And that's why he's.
Why not, right?
Right.
To me, the Flash movie was the third Batman movie in my 100%. Canon.
That was the sequel that we've been waiting for.
I'm fucking with it. You know what? I'm fucking with that statement.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I like teared up when you see Batman looking at me. He's like, "You did, kid. You did." I'm like,
yeah. Keaton was like 80% of what made that movie as good as it was.
68.
I mean, honestly, you could delete everything that doesn't have him, and I'd still be happy.
Right? Yeah.
I'll say I would have been happier.
I mean, maybe. I mean, as cheesy and crappy as it was, I don't want to say crappy. I'm sure they had difficulties. I don't want to talk crap, but it was nice, however brief and however CG PS3 looking, to see Nicolas Cage Superman.
Oh gosh!
Oh
That's
wow, that part was actually pretty amazing.
I was like, oh, he's fighting a giant spider too. Nice. All right, that's all I needed.
That's why I came into this thing.
When I saw that scene, I was like, these niggas have lost their minds. Why don't they put this in this movie?
I was just kind of upset because I was like, ain't no way Nicolas Cage would have told them no if they asked him. They just didn't ask him, man.
But let's talk.
Dude has a pyramid. He would have said yes.
Right. I was just like, there's no way he would have told them no if y'all asked him. Y'all did not ask him.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all know what it costs to get Nicolas Cage to roll up out of the bed.
Nah, come on. Like, what Nicolas Cage been pumping out recently?
Yes, he definitely does that. Well, shockingly, dinosaur fossils add up. Yes, he has been.
Yeah, not cheap. At the end of this episode, Mark does make the decision to kill Russ Livingston to stop the Sequid attack. I'm curious how you guys feel about this, because even when I saw it in the comic, I was like, yeah. But it's clearly a big deal, but for whatever reason, I guess because of all the horrible things that have happened, it didn't strike me like that big of a deal. What about you guys? Yoshi,
I don't disagree, because in the show, it's like, there was like half a second left, bro, and there's like a bazillion of these things in here. It's like I don't think there's too many people that would hold it against him, but I get it. Right. I think as a viewer, I would have liked a little more time left on the timer before he did it.
Right.
Like maybe 5 seconds, and then bam, and at 1 second, the guy's like, I would have made it. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
I feel like it could have broke, and then he could have punched the dude at the same time, because they evacuated lots of people way away from that area too, and everybody else had the big mask on, so he probably could have waited till it broke and then punched him in the head. But I'm still team punch him in the head.
I was more annoyed at the not Mark characters, like Robot, like buddy. I get that you're feeling all sorts of stuff now that you're a real boy, but like stay in the damn shell. Yeah. Summon extra robots. Like there's so many better things they could have done.
Like, why didn't you bring extra robots?
Right?
Always extra robots.
I will say the best part about that scene though was the animation. No, we didn't have like our typical like, hey, there's a part of his skull, there's his tooth. It was just suddenly red cloud. I was like, oh fuck, there used to be a head there. Oh
yeah,
I do. I'm gonna do my thing here where I talk a lot of shit, but there are a lot of the only issue I have is like those types of moments. Like, why didn't he just bring an ass ton of robots with him?
You knew how to sex the fight.
He asked.
I've always asked.
wherever they are.
Also, why does he always have the teeny tiny robot?
But there's always
Make a robo tank.
throughout.
Hey, you know
the
that remote control thing you used to do before? You can still do that.
Nobody gonna tell you can't, even though you're not the leader of the team.
He
though.
did it with the flax seeds.
With the flax seeds, exactly. But see, I don't know. I just feel like, dude, maybe his balls have dropped, and he's starting to get a little bit more. He's starting to
Rexbot
rebel. Yeah, Rexbot. Rexbot, his balls may have dropped because he's around that age. You know what I'm saying?
Puberty comes for us.
Puberty comes, and then you start rebelling, start doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because these are I've resorted to these types of excuses to make me not get upset while these crazy things happen. And then like we were saying earlier about Mark, like Mark makes all these things and does all these things. I'm like, why does he do so much stupid stuff? But he's a kid. These is kids. I keep forgetting that most of these, these characters are really children. Shit.
Yeah.
Compared to me.
Well, except for
man.
Robot. Because Robot, wasn't he like in his?
Well, so that is a good question, though. Like, so yeah, his brain was, but he put himself in that body. That means to continue growing, those chemical hormones are still releasing into him.
Yeah, he's gonna go through all those same changes. Like, even though he's intelligent, and look at the emotions that he has for Monster Girl. His impulse is to to react in the way that to protect what he loves. Like a normal person, but he hasn't been a normal person the majority of the time that we've known him. And I think
Still
that
not.
the chemicals. Well, no, man. When you born like he was, when you that little brain testicle baby thing, when you're one of those, man, you don't know nothing about real life, man. You're out here. Very limited view. That's a very nice way of putting it.
And you know what pissed me off the most about him? At the end when he coughs out the sequid. Okay, that's obviously a very concerning thing to have happen. You're supposed to be the smart guy, and you just realize, like, oh, it came out. I didn't even realize it went in. Your immediate thing should be, we're X-rating fucking everybody that was
We
there.
need to get everybody. That's what I was saying. I was like, oh shit. They need to get everybody back in there and X-ray them, all the people that just got teleported. They need to catch them all. Not, oh, please, Amanda, hold me.
Right?
It violated me.
Yeah,
unless you're like a 14-year-old, right?
Yeah.
He's in middle school.
Is it weird that Amanda's into him, considering she's probably into like her 30s now?
She's in the same boat as him.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
They're both like 30-something-year-old brains and teenage hormonal bodies.
Yeah.
That's a good
Which
point.
we all kill to do again.
It sounds like if it was live action, it sounds like it should be on MTV2.
Is there still an MTV2?
Maybe.
Is there an MTV1?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I thought they killed it.
That's why I'd say MTV1. MTV1 definitely doesn't exist. MTV2, I was like, that's where all the reality TV shows are now.
Oh God.
MTV2. This episode ends with Conquest escaping his captivity from Cecil's very poorly built prison.
I mean, who could have seen that coming, folks?
Which leads us into the next episode. Yoshi, I feel like I should tap in and make sure that you're still down to keep chatting with us.
I'm still here. I was gonna say I modeled the Conquest head mount.
Oh, really?
Oh, now that shit was awesome because it's like
straight out of the comics.
When I saw it, I thought, oh, they cut his head off and mounted it in there.
That's what I thought the first time.
Wicked smart people, wicked smart. But then, boom, no, he's just been buried in the ground with a collar.
And it's so funny because they make it seem like there's no way he'll be able to get out of this if he so much as wiggles his left toe. Like this whole, like a mountain's worth of shit is gonna crash down on him and it'll kill him. It's like, Did y'all see what happens? Did y'all know who this motherfucker is?
Yeah,
Like, if you're not watching
But that's crazy
Invincible,
because wasn't it Lady Cecil? Doesn't Lady Cecil in
Yep.
another universe she has Mark
She's got a mark.
in a device,
Right.
so she figured it out.
well, to be fair, I think our universe Mark is the strongest one, as shown during the Invincible Wars.
Yes, because our Mark fights for truth, justice, and the American way.
Is it the Canadian way, actually?
Canadian? Is it Canadian?
And none of those Marks ever
I think it might be.
had to train to fight their dad. Like, he specifically started trying to get strong enough to fight his dad or other Viltrumites if they were to come back. So I think that
didn't work really well. But he
no, it did not. He will have a hard time, Cotton.
Thank you, Jason Bateman.
That's why we gotta have friends.
In episode 2, we get a little bit of a deterrence from Mark and everything that's going on terrestrially. On the way to Telescria, pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. Nolan tells Alan about his harsh Viltrumite upbringing, and this is where we get the flashback of Nolan as a kid. Correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't show any of this in the comics, right? This is all brand new.
Yeah, no, yeah. This is
It fleshes Omni-Man out a bit more, doesn't it?
So did they give you somewhat free reign, or did they draw something up and are like, hey, can you take this and put it to the screen for us? How'd they end up going about that?
So for the background, the history, I guess, scene, the only thing I was really in charge of was I made the statue.
No, the one that he's in front of teaching the kids, and then his parents tried to murder him at.
That's I sculpted that statue and the vehicle. I modeled the vehicle that carries away all the bodies.
Wolf.
Corpse
car.
Yeah, the genocide mobile.
What is it in Monty Python? Bring out your dad.
Dad. Yeah, that was a very emotionally evocative scene. I remember reading in the comics and seeing it in the show. Just that ring of bodies around the planet of Viltrum is just a horrifying.
You know what's more horrifying? That they did it on purpose to represent all of as far as we have come. Look how far we've come. Look at all of these billions of dead motherfuckers in there.
I think I may have sent it, but it was crazy because I modeled the Viltrumite warship. It was used in that scene, and I posted that as well as one of the other ships I did, and I guess Ryan Otley reshared it. He's like, "Hey, you nailed it!" I'm like, "Thanks, bro. Here's a little conquest heart for you."
Oh man,
amazing, dude.
And then Alan was nailing his girlfriend.
Yeah, they sure did have a lot of sex, and it's so funny the reveal where he's like, "We have other rooms on this ship."
I thought y'all were a couple.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
I love when they got to like the third or fourth planet, and you just all of a sudden Nolan just has huge bags under his eyes.
It's like even the Viltrumite can't get rid of them bags under his eyes.
He's like, "Oh, I've slept through worse." Like, no, you haven't.
Funny you should say that.
Fighting the urges to kill people. Just throw a pillow at you.
To killing an innocent in a long time.
Can we say how strong the Mark line, the Grayson male line is of how all the dudes look exactly like
Yeah.
Because I was just like, wait, why am I seeing Mark? It's like I was like, are we at a different universe or something? Because that looks like a young Mark. Is this like another?
Well, that was my clue. I was like, that's Nolan. I was like, Mark's,
but I was
not
kind of
on
like,
Viltrum.
might be young Nolan.
Yeah, Debbie's genes aren't even trying. They just made like Asian Nolan.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So Nolan is Asian because he's the reason he's Asian on Earth is because his mom is Asian, right? So there was an Asian Viltrumite that somewhere down in Nolan's family line somewhere because he was Asian.
No. See, what happened was Nolan isn't Asian. but he's just so good looking when he's young that if people mistake him for Asian because
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah.
that's my
hang
story.
on,
I'm sticking to
hang
it.
on. Checking the math. That adds up. Yeah.
Trust me, I'm Asian. I know math.
But yeah, like we also get introduced to one of my favorite characters in all of Invincible.
Do I need to make music? Does he need a drum roll?
Oh, I think he needs a drum roll.
You're not getting one.
Oh, well, don't offer it.
Sad Captain Kirk.
No, we get the introduction of Grand Regent Thrag, voiced by the incomparable Lee Pace. We've been fans of Lee Pace on here for a while, you know, Foundation, Empire. I'm ready for the rest of the world.
What up, Lee? What up, Lee?
When he said,
Friend of the show.
You owe me $3. I ain't mad. You owe me $3.
when he said, "No, I will not reward failure," I literally got chills. I was not expecting to be moved like that. Oliver, what did you think of our introduction to Thrag?
Jeff.
I'm Oliver. That's right.
Jeff.
Forgot I wrote that one down for my name today. Good call. Jeff.
Oliver.
So, oh man, it was so good and it was so well done. With just subtly showing it, and we don't get the real reveal to the end, and the fact that he didn't yell. Like he keeps getting people failing. He literally has his entire speech. Oh my. I mean, they're an endangered species now. They're like worse off than pandas and what was the other, and like bald eagles and shit were like 50. That's hey, you're not making it through this generation. And he's not yelling, and he's just sitting there, and he's not doing what we see other Viltrumites do, like running up and grabbing him by the neck or backhanding half a tooth out of their face. He's just so calmly ruling and making sure his displeasure is known. I thought it was perfectly done.
Yeah, I agree. There's some activity in the chat here. Let's see what's going on. Fifth Bantha said, "Yeah, in case the melatonin works before this stream is done. Thanks for coming on. I hope we can hang out again soon." Fifth, always a pleasure to have you through. Get yourself some sleep, but you don't need to fight.
Yeah, go sleep, fool.
But keep your phone on and keep watching us. We want that view.
Yeah, actually, go in your living room, turn on the computer, then go to your phone, turn it on. If you got an iPad,
you got a PS5. You come on, yeah, yep. Great minds right here.
But yeah, I'm very excited about Lee Pace this season. We already know he can play this role.
I'm still working on my Lee Pace impersonation.
You gotta look way wider.
Oh well. I'm voice impersonation.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. How bad?
To be a guy from like Austin, Texas, he sounds like he's from England. Like he's just got.
He sounds like a guy from Austin, Texas, trying to sound like he's from England. But dope though.
Just very smooth voice. Like it wasn't like harsh or anything. Calm.
That's what tall niggas with muscles. That's what we do. Tall niggas with muscles. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta be all loud.
No, I do not.
We're all very tall and muscular. But yeah, like we mentioned that Nolan and Alan, they're on this quest to find the weaknesses.
This conquest
with the and that was a nice swashbuckling adventure that we got throughout this episode with just like these really fucked up things interwoven, like Nolan's background and being terrified of
a scavenger hunt, a universal scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
awesome.
It wasn't like a good scavenger hunt.
It was fun. It was a good time. I like the little like you were saying lore, but it was little. I don't know if y'all noticed this. Did you notice that everywhere he was supposed to be going, they were supposed to be going back where Nolan was supposed to have done all this bad stuff? Did you notice he had a little bit of grace for everybody? Like he's like, "Oh, I wiped out these bugs on this planet. Oh, looks like there happens to be some here. Looks like some survive." It's like, no, you knew exactly where to go because you let those survive. He didn't kill old
Oh yeah, Space Racer.
Space Racer. He's like, well, motherfucker reminded me of what's his name?
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Not Space Ghost. What's the dude with the head flaming? I can't remember.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
For some reason,
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
yeah, but
Mr. Frank Castle.
there you go. But yeah, like he didn't really actually kill those monsters that are the only ones that could just wipe out all Viltrumites. Can't remember who they were, the pink niggas with the teeth. Rhaegars. They froze the planet.
He froze them, like they did not die. He knew that they would survive being frozen.
He knew they were cold-blooded.
But so you notice the one species he actually did annihilate, how sad he kind of was. He was like, this one big species, it was as intelligent,
the space camels
was fierce. And like he honestly, remember, he straight up said, I was kind of hoping maybe some of them survived. And I was like, what do you mean some of them survived? You're supposed to kill them all, bro. Right. But he was like, this is what happens when you push a planet close to its sun.
Well, it's also
but yeah, like you said, he straight up says, I kind of hoped some of them would have survived. I was like, but you weren't supposed to be hoping that, bro.
Yeah, that's against the directive.
But it shows like every time you think the Viltrumites can't get any more evil, they just talk about like, so we couldn't beat them, so what do? We push their whole planet closer to the sun. Like, jeez, man. And what about these other creatures? Well, we blocked out their sun so they could all freeze. And these other guys, they were too strong. We couldn't beat them, so we just hired someone else to kill them all. Like, jeez, you guys are like the worst.
It also shows like they kind of brushed aside just how strong the Viltrumites are. They pushed a planet out of orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't care how
didn't say that they pushed it, but I mean,
the one planet with the space camels
probably like strapped some rockets to that bad boy and said, "Get on."
I mean, even if it was just their technology, that's power.
Yeah, it's
I would never. I don't care how strong I am. You're stronger than 27 suns, motherfucker. I'm never gonna be thinking, you know what? Why don't we just push the damn planet? Why don't we just push the planet?
But then to go even further into how evil they are, like Yoshi was pointing out, if they had the power to push it slightly out of orbit so that all water evaporates, they also had the power to push it all the way out of orbit so it either spins off into cold space or into the sun and they die fast, as opposed to, what, a couple generations having less and less water? Fuck!
That's diabolical, Mike. Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, which one's better? Put it in the chat. Would you rather be thrown into space or would you rather be thrown into
was he trying to slow it down so they could try and figure it out eventually? Because, like, you know what are the tech jacket people called? Like the people who made the tech jacket?
Their name. Something that starts with a G.
Tech jacket.
Geldians.
That's my band in high school, Tech Jacket.
That's another place they fell. They tried to kill them with somebody else. They're like, we couldn't beat them, so we sent this person after them, and like, well, you failed at that too.
Yeah, and there's a gentleman by the name of Tech Jacket back home that Alan and Nolan are gonna go converse with. He's basically like teenage Iron Man. If Iron Man got a suit from space.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue Beetle.
Guyver.
Blue Beetle.
Guyver.
Guyver's
a good callback.
There are many comps. And then lastly, in episode 3, we were mentioning Machine Head. He tells Titan that Mr. Lou survived and is pursuing him. Titan is attacked by Lou's assassin, Magnatek, but kills him. This was a really interesting scene, especially because we get sort of
Shredder,
a mirror to that scene.
Shredder mixed with level 1 Magneto.
Right. We do get a mirror to this scene at the end of the episode, where we see Titan get really emotional and kill Magnatek, and because he's trying to protect his family. And then later we see Mark almost kill Titan because he was
trying to protect his family.
He was trying to protect his family. So I just thought that was a cool parallel. It also showed maybe Mark is a little unhinged.
It showed me that nobody know what the fuck they're doing in this show. Like, in this story, like everybody expresses themselves or presents themselves, I should say, as experts. and pretty much they just kind of all flying by the seat of their pants, and it's kind of like real life. It's like nobody
in
has
our 20s. I know everything.
Right.
I'm unstoppable. I'm invincible.
Well, also, speaking of the difference between the comic and the show, this is one of those ones where the design I think is so much better in the show.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, it's just kind of bulky and all over the place. Look at this part. Look at him from behind.
Oh no,
that's not
Look
good.
at what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the show got it better on Magnatech.
That's one sweet ass.
Can I say how much of a mixed match of power that was to send Magnatech to Titan? Like, just that wasn't a good idea. Like, you really didn't check that power to be like,
somebody
are you
didn't
sure
play Pokemon.
your
when
metal
they were
thing can talk to him? Like, you didn't double check that. Because it was
type,
not
homie.
working, bro. It didn't work at all. Like,
I will say,
it's not working.
I took that as Machine Head hired him. Machine Head manipulated it so that Titan would think it was Lou, so he could bring them both in.
Yeah, I'm under the impression
She didn't want Magnatech to win.
I'm under the impression that Lou never
He was not going to win.
Sorry, that's what we do when we have theories in here. We have to hit them with the
crazier the theory, the louder the music.
hit him with the left, hit him with the right.
It does seem like I'm under the impression that Machine Head lied about it all. Like, I don't think Lou went to attack him at any point. I think, like you said, all of it, he just orchestrated all of this just to bring him back.
teleporty, dude.
Yeah, and teleporting.
He was in it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That dude,
Isotope. I was thinking about his name for the whole longest time because we were watching him, and I'm like, no, because we were talking about the teleportation and how much Cecil's racking up them government dollars every time he's teleporting.
What, billion every time?
And we were trying to figure out, well, what does he do? I was like, no, Isotope, this dude with the eye, he does something with atoms and shit to make himself teleport. His name's Isotope. That's what it is.
Took you a minute to arrive there.
Same number of protons, but different number of neutrons, resulting in different atomic mass. That's got to have something to do with how his powers work, right?
Yeah.
It's another thing we do.
One of the cooler things that happened, because the Titan storyline is fun. There are people making really stupid decisions through
the whole time.
that. Like, I would have probably, if I was Titan, I would have probably thought it was pertinent to mention to Oliver that we're gonna go fight a dragon that almost killed your brother. Like, I think that's information to have,
or at least your boss at that point. Like, yeah.
I would just explain the power set. You didn't even have to mention it, brother. I was like, wait, I just want to let you know we're about to fight this old ass man, but he could turn into a fucking super dragon. All right. I think he's an old ass man. He's a super dragon. You need to kill his ass.
He used to fight in Mortal Kombat. His name was Liu Kang back then.
That was him. That nigga saying finish him, that was him.
Because it's Mr. Lou, right? Isn't it Mr. Lou?
Yep, Mr. Lou.
I don't know if he was supposed to. I don't know if I would hold him responsible for that information. He called a phone number.
I'm going to fight his sumo buddy. You take the dragon.
He called a phone number and he requested a service. Now,
it sounds like you're suggesting he was just hiring a call girl.
Well, it works in the same way.
You're not that far off. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, it works the same way. Gonna be going down a lot different.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of money, explain the services you need. Yeah.
It's a different kind of dragon you'll be attacked. I'm sorry.
I'm still bleeding from my.
I couldn't help myself. But yeah, like shit. I called the phone number. Y'all get here. First of all, y'all sent the wrong nigga. I ain't even asked for this. I asked for another strong.
I thought this was Invincible Ink, not Tiny Man Ink, not Purple Dude.
Right.
Who is this little nigga?
Omni Boy.
Omni Boy. I didn't order you, bro.
No, what I think is funny is that he goes by Kid Omni Man, which is like, what?
Jesus Christ.
I love every part of that.
Technically, he's not an Earthling. Like It's not human, so he got
there's no human.
all
You
messed
got to
up.
remember they changed it a little bit from the comics because he has a little speech, where he says, it was his symbol, but I fought blah blah blah. It's mine now.
Right.
I think in the comics, it might still be in the show. Actually, I might be confusing timelines here, but I think there's a point where he talks about like, I remember he has like eidetic memory. He remembers everything from his insect species. So he says, you guys, you know Omni-Man as this and that, but I only remember him as my dad, and he loved me and he loved my mom. So this is like my dad's symbol. I wasn't here for all that stuff. I don't know that. And I'm like, that's for a child that makes sense. That's his dad. And
yes, you're absolutely right. You're not getting your timelines confused. Yeah, that was in the comic and not in the show. And I was upset that they didn't do that in the show because not upset. Like I didn't go on Reddit or anything, but I was upset. Like I was like, damn, that is to me a little bit more heartfelt, a little bit more character building for Oliver than to just be like, look, it's mine, fool.
I mean, I get it, and it's sweet and cool, but still, you're never gonna like in this world. You're never gonna get away with calling yourself Kid Hitler. Like,
excuse you, it was Kid Hitler, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, please don't forget
away with certain stuff. You can't like have the little mustache and be like, it was, I only knew him and Ava Braun. Well, I only knew that as my mommy or Grandpa and Grammy.
Charlie Chaplin?
They were
Is that Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't put your hands up like that because you kind of disappeared for a second. I was like, where did Terry go?
I'll say this. A great job of doing that thing where they're showing the Viltrumite bloodline taking over, because he was just getting less and less and less purple the entire time to the point where last episode I was like, is that just normal skin now? Like, is that just normal?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they talk about it. The mom says the Viltrumite genes will take over completely just because they're so much stronger.
Yep. And then they also just did a good job of making you not fucking hate Oliver.
Yeah.
They growed him up personality-wise a good amount too. Which again, having that, I mean, like eidetic memory doesn't even feel like descriptive enough. He, like you said, he literally remembers everything from his birth on.
Ew.
That's the way their species, anything their species, I think they said in the comics, like literally as they're doing things, they learn it completely.
Yeah, they have such short lifespans. They have to,
Yeah.
I just really hate how they kind of uglified his bug wife in the show versus the comic book.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They start fucking. It was gross.
They Lola bunnied that up.
When you see it in the comic books, I'm kind of like, I get it.
Okay, this is my opinion. This isn't something that was formally, said to me or anything. This is my theory.
This wasn't in the writer's room.
Yeah, this is something I interpret as I like that it's not like just like a thick insect, baddie, because it's supposed to show Nolan's growth. You know what I mean? He's supposed to evolve in terms of as a person. So, but if he goes off and you're like, okay, I get it. It's like, dude, you're just the same old dirtbag, man. Like,
dirtbags unite.
It's like there was a joke in Big Bang Theory where Raj is like, you know what I never got about Star Trek? Every time Captain Kirk got with a woman, they were aliens, but like they were built the same. No one were like, hey, get that out of my notes. And it's like, yeah, they're fucking aliens, dude. They would be different. Like, that mantis wouldn't have a badonk,
They don't all have to be. Some of them can be, we can fit certain things in certain spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, he's just lucky she didn't bite his head off afterwards.
Actually, I just want to say I've heard that before, but I believe that Captain Kirk would have totally smashed a jellyfish-looking lady, whatever. It just needed to
see those episodes.
For the mission.
Yeah, missionary. This all Captain Kirk was wild. Captain Kirk was wild boy.
He was a wild boy.
We get Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, let's keep that conversation going.
All right.
Well, I was just gonna say one of the things in this episode that they did change from the comic book slightly that I really enjoyed the change is how Rex and Monster Girl end up getting stuck in the Flax.
Let's talk about it.
Because from what I remember in the comics, they were like, it was very much a like Robot was just like, they're gonna keep coming back, so now we need to go over there and make sure they don't. It wasn't like they got caught there while they were trying to save people who were getting kidnapped. Like it seemed a little bit more noble, where they ended up getting fucked over while trying to make a heroic decision rather than just being like, we're gonna go onto this alien planet and see what happens.
Although again, I thought Rexbot was supposed to be like the smartest goddamn man. You had an empty shell. Send the fucking empty shell in.
Yeah.
Well,
you were still talking to it through the portal.
Right? You can't risk that.
You send him in first. You have him take 2 steps.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you go yourself, you don't risk losing communication. If the portal shuts down, you can still complete the mission.
And he definitely was not gonna let Monster Girl go without him physically.
Well, that part is absolutely true.
That was probably the main thing of why. But still, why didn't you bring more fucking robots and bigger ones and different? Like, why aren't you always inventing stuff? Like, what are you doing all the time?
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you,
all that much time like trying to fix Amanda's belt thing. Well, he's done with that. So
he is unsuccessfully dating her.
Iron Man made.
I feel like he's like a lazy Iron Man child. Like he's just kind of lazy.
My thing is that he's had all of these projections and trying to figure out what the Flaxons will do going forward, but he hadn't actually done anything preventative for those things.
Bro, the Flaxon alarm was underneath boxes and shit. Like you wasn't even thinking about them.
You know, which, by the way, are over there doing shit. You know that, like in your mind, you're the only. Matter of fact, he's like, yes, I've been. He's like, I've been thinking about this since they last came. Right. Nigga, you didn't share that with anybody. Maybe let's get a budget together and put some of this science together and maybe make something happen.
Also, the Pentagon was evidently working on it, but you weren't working with Rex? What the hell? Can anyone talk to each other?
Well, Rex is talking to no one. I'm blaming Rex. I'm not blaming. And also, this motherfucker's stealing people's names. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm blaming him.
So just weird. That was like you already took his face, but then you gotta take his name.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you dead? I'm gonna take your name too.
We like find out that he's the reason that Rex is actually he's just organized everything so that Rex would die.
We said the deleted scenes. He's going through the locker room, just pulls out a social security card. And is like, huh.
He's got to have that like moment where he's like, "Look at me, look at me."
No, probably like every day he's just walking by Rex, being like, "Man, if I ever go out, I can hope I could just like go out dying." That's like the most honorable and coolest thing. It's like taking your own life, killing a bad guy. Coolest thing you could ever do. Just
trying to like inception that into Rex's mind.
Well, Rex and Gambit, right? It kind of went out the same way.
Shout out to Othelius. He just joined the chat. Fifth Bantha just said, well, he said earlier he would want to be thrown into the sun.
Yeah, same.
Not into the space. Othelius said, what up, my Banthas? Cecil not sharing shit with anybody isn't out of character. The motherfucker still ain't told anyone.
Okay.
Conquest out of jail.
But Othelius, to do that, he would have had to tell people that Conquest was in jail. He didn't tell them that either. He let them all think he was dead.
One of my favorite lines from these episodes was when Donald was like, "Are you gonna tell him that Conquest escaped?" And he was like, "Donald, if you want my job so bad, why don't you just ask?"
Shout out to Wally Goggs.
Friend of the show.
That's always the appropriate reaction when you hear the word Wally Goggs.
So if I just want to make y'all make that noise, I just say Wally Goggs. I think you'll just all right, that's weird, but I'll do it.
I can love who I can love.
Yeah, love who you want to love out there, everybody.
Speaking of love who you want to love, the Flaxons Monster Girl robot story gets very interesting. I'm excited to see where.
Oh, it kind of gets a little. I think I got a clip. Amazon sent us a small clip.
Oh God!
Future episodes. Just want to show you a little Monster Girl
Fuck you.
Rex.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Please don't watch if you don't want to know. All right.
So I hope everybody who didn't want to be spoiled for what happens this season.
What'd you say, Yoshi?
I said, I'm not gonna lie, you had me for a second. I'm like, you did get. How come I didn't see it? Like, I got the shirt.
Disrespectful.
Like, damn, these motherfuckers awesome shit.
They got that hook up. These boys serious.
Hey, you never know.
But yeah,
hey, you never know. I could be on Reddit.
I mean, you got Oliver Grayson on your show.
That's right.
That is true. That is true.
He's fast.
Yeah. Got me right at the perfect age.
Delia said in the chat, Cecil is worried about Mark snapping while being the exact reason why he will.
You think Cecil's sitting there like, I should probably tell Mark about Conquest. And then he just sees the red mist cloud of a head. He's like, maybe tomorrow. I think I'll wait a bit.
Telling you, calm down.
This is fine. Everything's fine as you're actively poking a bear in the eyeball.
He's like right about most things, but the wrong person to be given that message is just crazy. He should be he should be a campaign manager, not running for office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
the man behind the curtain.
He's the man behind the curtain. That's what he does. He does it best.
Yeah, that's really
I mean, you don't have to tell Mark that you captured him. You could have been like, hey, we thought he was dead, so we buried him. Like, we couldn't burn him. He wouldn't burn or nothing. Like, we tried burning him, he wouldn't burn. So we just buried him under all this rubble and stuff. You see this rubble? We buried him under that because we thought he was dead, and then he just popped out because he wasn't dead, bro. Like, we couldn't tell. We don't know when y'all die, so he got out. We thought he was dead, bro. You didn't.
And then he glances over, and Donald goes, "He's lying."
We put him in space. We were gonna make a ring. We didn't have enough time. Woke up. Our bad.
Right? Like, you can still explain your way out of it. Just be like, we buried him. He was dead.
He's 20 years old, man. Lie to him. Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
Do what the government's been doing to 20-something-year-old kids for fucking 200, 300 years.
Mr. President, thanks.
It's just such a bad movie. I love it so much.
Man, Chris Evans looks really different there.
I think that was a stunt, man.
Oh my God, you don't want that as your stunt,
man. But yeah, you guys have any final thoughts on these on our intro to season 4? Because I personally really liked it. Episode 3 was probably the weakest, but it still had still an amazing episode and had really strong moments. What about you guys, Yoshi?
I think every single episode I worked on is amazing because
have you seen my children?
What about you, T?
I want to say that just the start of episode 1 is the most epic. I said this on Thursday's show, but they really just listen to the fans about the stupidest fucking thing that they could listen to the fans about. It was them showing that fucking business baby.
Oh, I was wondering who you were going to say.
Just why? I love the character, not in the book. It's just some little toddler wearing a suit, putting on people to business and shit, and just handling business. And people were so upset that this character died that them giving them a resurrection. I was like, wow, they really just listened to business baby to live. And they gave us business. They didn't have to do that. They did not have to like that character's not fucking important at all. They didn't have to fucking do that. But they gave us business.
I'm so glad that they did.
They made the right choice.
What about you, Oliver? For last thoughts.
Honestly, loved it. I think they did a great job with the first 3 episodes. I'm so optimistic for the rest of the season and see where it's going. I agree with you. I think that episode 3, I don't want to say weakest, even just because I still thought it was great. I mean, hell, 8.4, 9.4, 8.3 on IMDb. So I mean, they're obviously the fans agree with us. I if anything, I think it just felt like it was so long. It was just one of those like, am I still in? Like I had points where I was like, am I still in the same episode? Right. Like there's multiple stories going on to such extended portions that every once I was like, oh, let's do. But other than that, I didn't have a single issue with this.
I love it when I have that issue, when that is an issue. I love it because I hate these shows where you got 10 episodes and the first one's an hour, the next one's 45 minutes, the next one's 43, the next one's 20, the next one, right? The next one is 5, and I'm like, damn. Like, what are we even gonna talk about on Monday? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm loving that, getting lost in the sauce type of stuff.
What was that Gothic Kazuka show?
Grotesquerie.
What?
Grotesquerie.
Grotesquerie, yes. Just like I still don't understand the thought behind it. 42 minutes, 50 minutes, 53 minutes, 46 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 56 minutes. What are they doing?
The beauty was the same way.
Yeah, exactly. So I appreciate this. Let's get lost in the sauce for a few hours. I don't know how long, what the runtime rather is on the next few episodes, but
it's not on IMDb.
I'm assuming it's going to be similar.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited for the rest of this season.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real quick. I'm here for what's his name?
Thrag?
Damn, Lee Pace. What's his
Thrag?
Yeah. Thrag. Sorry. I'm ready for Lee. I was trying to say Lee Pace. But anyway, yeah, I'm here for Lee Pace. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for that because he has such a calm voice, and I would not see, like, in my mind, Bragg doesn't sound like that. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to see where he goes with that.
I like how he's still drawn with the shape up. That shit looking fresh.
He's got a clean cut, man. He's got the best fade. Or the best Caesar.
Viltrumites got that good hair.
What's that? Who's this general with the laser eye? That dude be getting it with them.
Oh yeah, his name's like something weird.
Craig, right? Is it weird?
Oh, is it Creed?
Yeah.
Krieg, I think, right?
Krieg. Walter.
I like him, and then that black general dude that he had with him. I like their story and how it unfolds. It's just
General Craig, it's Kreg.
That's right, it's Craig. I was like,
Craig, we doing them shape ups on my boy.
Clancy Brown.
Brown, yeah, great.
All Alex knew was he sounded like he worked as an usher at a Baptist church. All I know is his name is either Craig, Walter.
Oh shit! Winston Duke was Space Racer.
Oh yeah, I meant to mention that. Yeah,
love Winston.
Fucking M'Baka. And Janai Guerrera played Universa, the green lady.
Yeah.
How nervous do you think a Viltrumite's barber is trying to get that line straight?
Oh gosh, so many barbers have died.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's Craig, General Craig. We just hooking that up. That's it's like you just like
Craig is definitely cut there.
Didn't lose it in a battle. It was just to get to be the best barber he could.
Yeah, he didn't lose that shit in the Scourge virus.
He lost it shaving Thrag.
Yeah, he lost it on Thrag. And Craig said, "I need to improve that shit, boy."
But yeah, before we get out of here, Yoshi, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at YoshiVuArt, all one word.
Right on. And if you guys don't, if y'all weren't writing down with your pen and paper, we got his social medias in the video description, so you can check it out there.
Point two.
It makes me feel involved.
Right? It feels very performative. T, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
As always, go to my Insta, TPensCo. Go order you some pins. Don't order the Jigglypuff thick pins no more. I forgot to update that. I had to scramble to find the last one. Somebody just ordered this bad boy. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say? Thick pins.
End of an
That's
era.
what I thought.
Oh, that's them big booty Judy joints.
Right.
Have you ever seen
Very
them?
last one. Like there's no more. Somebody got the last
That's
one.
some comic book Oliver's mom Jigglypuff right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jigglypuff's got gams.
There's no laws against the Pokemon.
Grayson, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
Well, you can always try and Skype me, Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's
Because of the hackers.
You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook, at MadelJeff on Instagram, but it's easiest to just be here on a Monday night.
Monday night.
Absolutely. What about you, Bill? You guys had the Bantha Bunch this Thursday. What are you guys gonna be talking about? Got to ask you.
Alex, let me tell you, man. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna be talking about. I don't know. I should be a better host of television and podcasts, but I'm not. I'm a failure.
I started watching Gen V.
We're gonna
start doing breakdowns of that.
Just randomly.
Motherfucker said I started actually watching something that came out a year ago. No. We're gonna be talking about that new documentary, new-ish, Fukushima. I didn't want to do it last week because it felt relevant. So I'm probably gonna do it Thursday, but maybe not. But the Fukushima earthquake, they had the
tsunami, the earthquake that caused a tsunami, and the nuclear reactor meltdown.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of cool stuff.
Fukushima or Fukuhama?
Fukushima.
Yeah, it's Fuka. What did you say? Mekashiva. No. Sorry, Venture Brothers. I'm sorry. Venture Brothers lives rent free in my head. I apologize. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be talking about that. And they wanted me to do the Manosphere documentary, but we're not going to do that. We are going to continue talking about Monkey Baby Boy. The Darwin incident. That's the name of it. Yeah, the Darwin incident.
And we may have a special guest on that one. Another artist, a graphic designer that worked on that one.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? This is it. That's all I can play without getting.
There's an awesome comic book called Disaster Inc., where like you go to it's tourism to places you should not tourist. And these people go to do a tourism of Fukushima, and the nuclear meltdown awakens something, and they have a bad time.
Oh,
it was not a good vacation for these people.
Yeah,
but it's a great comic.
Bad timing.
That sounds pretty rad.
That sounds like something I want to do. I've never been more interested than going to Dubai than right now. Prices are looking good.
Well, their airspace is closed right now. So.
No, but as soon as it opens up,
he's got feet.
Yeah, get you a bus.
I've always been so interested in like Japan has like those the old like amusement parks or malls that were just like retaken over by nature. Those would be so cool to explore.
Yeah, those look genuinely beautiful and really creepy.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. But don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Till next time, stay safe, my little tech jackets, and may the force be with you.